What's up, everybody? Alex here, host of Jiu-Jitsu Radio. My co-host Sean is not joining me today, but that's all right because we got an awesome episode coming at you right now. Before we get it started, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's been supporting us. Big shout out to our newest sponsor, AJG Fight. You can check out AJG Fight on Instagram. If you're looking to get your new gi or your competition gi heat press with whether it's your logo or your academy logo, or anything else you could possibly think of, you want it heat pressed on your gi, AJG Fight is the company you need to go and hit up. Amazing customer service, small startup company that will take care of you from start to finish. Just check out their Instagram. You'll see all the amazing gis that they worked on, and I've seen it in person myself. These gis last. This heat press lasts. There's a lot of companies out there that say that they can give you quality stuff, but I promise you, because it's coming from us, and if it's not good, we wouldn't support it, and we wouldn't have them part of the podcast. So thank you, AJG Fight, for being a part of the show. We're looking forward to checking out our newest gis that are coming with our logo. Sean and I are both getting stuff set up, so it'll be amazing. We'll give you guys a look at it. Also, please check out our sponsors, Choke Aloha. Head over to chokealoha.com, use the promo code Jiu-Jitsu Radio, and you'll get 10% off any of the merchandise, whether it's new or it's been there for a couple of weeks. Anything that's in the store, you will get 10% off, including if it's already on sale. So you get even more bonus. How about that? Also, check out Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. Go to jujitsusoapco.com, use the promo code JJ Radio, and you'll get, I think, 15% off, 10% off. It don't matter. We're getting you hooked up. They're going to hook you up. You're going to get the discount of some of the best soaps out there. Forget about just in jiu-jitsu, just out there. I stopped even buying soap at the grocery store. Like, it's not even worth it, man. It's not even worth it. Nothing beats out Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. They also have bath bombs for those of you that are small enough to fit in a bathtub. I can't. I'm too 6'6" and tall to fit into a bathtub, and Sean's too wide to fit in a bathtub. But if you can go get some over at jujitsusoapco.com. Use the promo code JJ Radio, and you'll get hooked up. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Jiu-Jitsu Radio. You can follow the YouTube channel if you haven't hit subscribe yet and you really kind of want to stick with the crew, you want to be a part of our crew, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime we drop a new episode, which is every week. Every week we're bringing you out new content. Also, don't forget to check us out on Twitch. We just did an awesome stream the other day where we raised $400 for charity. Big thank you to my friend Goddess on Twitch who brought me into this charity stream, and a big thank you to our sponsors, Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co and Choke Aloha, who gave away 5 prizes to people who donated to the charity. So a big thank you for everyone that was involved. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/katajitsu. You'll see me. We're playing games like Sea of Thieves, play some Mario hacks, all sorts of crazy stuff. We always got something new going on there. So please check it out. Come and join us. And don't forget to join the Discord. All the links down at the bottom. Let's get this party started. So look, the person that's coming on to this podcast is someone that I've actually looked up to for quite some time now. He doesn't know how much of an inspiration he's been to me, and to see him in the news lately on everything that's going on involving the Hans Molenkamp situation with Dominic Cruz. We're going to go into it, but I really wanted to dig into his life and who he is, so you get a better understanding of where he's coming from in regards to this situation that's getting a lot of publicity right now. Like I said, besides that, though, he's been a big inspiration for me in my photography and literally what I do with my business. And, you know, seeing all the stuff that he's gone through with trials and tribulations and, you know, struggles that he's had to deal with. It's an inspiration for me. I think it's going to be an inspiration for all of you to sit there and hear his story. So without any further ado, Courtney Hendo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jiu-Jitsu Radio. I'm your host, Alex. Sean isn't here right now. He's running a little bit behind, but I didn't want to hold this man up. the guy that we finally have on this podcast. I've been a big fan of for a very long time. I was just telling him earlier how he's actually inspired my career in photography and my business. So without further ado, a man who's been a lot on the news lately. It's for low key on the news a lot lately. More like he should have been on a lot more earlier, but whatever it takes to get you here, I'm all for it. Courtney Hendo. What's up, Courtney?
My man, how you doing, brother? Hey, it's a pleasure pleasure being on your show. Thanks for having me, man.
No, man, listen, thank you for coming on here. I know we've gone back and forth a little bit on Instagram, just kind of talking and stuff back and forth. And, you know, your situation that's going on right now is there's quite a few of us that know the real in and outs, but there's only a few people that are willing to talk about it. So I was super stoked to actually get you on and talk about what's going on. But before we get into all that, all that mess, I think it would be a disservice to the listeners and really better to show the kind of person that you are and who you are if we kind of went over a little bit about your history. Obviously you're a photographer, you're a businessman now, owning your own studio, but kind of give us your background, just kind of how everything started for you in photography, where you come from, how you grew up and everything.
Well, I always loved photography. I used to work in the medical industry, trauma tech at UCSD Hillcrest here in San Diego. So, you know, it was a job, man. It was a job. And I was looking for something that I can do, follow my, do something I was passionate about. And photography was it. Like I was saying earlier, I got really inspired by some combat sports photographers, James Law and Ryan Loco, Eric Williams. Looking at my Instagram, seeing them like killing it, traveling the world, making all this money and meeting celebrities and doing all these amazing things, so they inspired me to pick up the camera and pursue my, combat sports photography career. So what I did was I went to my local gym here at Alliance MMA. And at the time, bro, Alliance MMA was like, it was stacked.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there. And it was even like the local talent was here, but we had people this rotating through. So we had, like I said, all the superstars in there, Jeremy Stevens and, Dominic Cruz's, you name it, like everybody was in that gym. So it was like I was practicing, learning photography, combat sports photography on the best in the world.
Yeah.
So it was like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, if I can speak on like some of the stuff I've seen in that gym, bro, it's some of the best fights and sparring that you will ever see on MMA right now, ever.
That's the exact same thing I always tell people too, because like I was telling you before, I trained at the Black Zillions gym at Jocko while Loco was their photographer. So I was, kind of copying Loco style, and little by little, I got to work with more of the fighters. Man, I have photos and footage just filming of fights that people would pay millions for right now. That we're like, oh, this is a Tuesday night. This is me Friday. This is insane. I don't even want to pay pay-per-view. Fuck all that.
Yeah. Hey, these fights are whack on UFC right now. Like, man, you got to come to the local gyms and see the real, like, behind the scenes, these people sparring. So, like, I was just in love with the sport, man. And I used to be in that gym, like, every 5-6 days a week, because I was obsessed with photography, and I wasn't looking to make money on it. I was just trying to, of course, my goal was to be like Ryan Loco and the James Laws, the Eric Williams, these elite photographers.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I'm trying to learn the camera. Then, after I'll start shooting their sponsors and got connected with the sponsors. And that's how I met, Hans with Monster Energy. Cause, a lot of those fighters were sponsored by Monster Energy.
Yeah. So what was your first like actual big break, that first like gig where someone like either they hit you up or you got forwarded to someone and say, hey, we need someone to take these photos. We're willing to pay you. And you're like, oh shit, do they know? Like, do they know that I'm just starting out kind of thing? Or
Yeah. So it was Dominic Cruz. So I got
it's pretty solid first gig there.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. And it was so crazy because at the time, Dominic Cruz, he won't really latch on to you unless he really knows you. And that was like when he was like, Dominic Cruz, so, and it took me a long time to build that rapport to get to know him. So I was like coming around, shooting him, trying to, talk to him and stuff. And at the time he was still injured. But my first big publication was with Fighters Only magazine. I think I did the cover. I think they did cover with Dominic Cruz with them. And after that, bro, it just went crazy, man. It was this, I did like 7 more. I actually did 12 covers Was it
No, no.
covers? Well, I was featured 12 times in the Fighters Only, back to back, bro.
Yeah.
Back to back. Then I started shooting their campaigns like Hayabusa and stuff like that. So I started making money off of that cover with of Dominic Cruz for sure.
Man, I should have come fucking intern for you. Shit.
You know, it's crazy like how you said, I was learning how to do the camera, so I wasn't like, I didn't know what I was doing, bro. So I was like messing it up, but my retouching game was pretty strong. So yeah, it was crazy. You can hide some of those blemishes in retouching,
Yeah, see, like,
make
and
it black and white.
It's funny because, like, when I was telling you before, it's kind of how my thing started, where it was just like Loco was there, Loco was the photographer, but I came in there and started just paying attention to what he did, trying to copy his style, see what's going on, and then next thing I know, I keep on popping up. And then, like, the pinnacle for me was I ended up on Fighters Only magazine, and it was I did the shoot with Volkan Ozdemir, that was in there, and then the other one was with Kamaru. They had one with Kamaru, which Loco had the cover, but then I had the photos on the inside. I was like, listen, I'm in the same magazine printed as Ryan Loco. I'm done. Check the gate. We're
made it.
I said, it's all downhill.
I made
from
it,
here.
right?
I'm good to go, man. So
yeah. Hey, I just want to say shout out to James Lau, Ryan Loco, Eric Williams, all those people for inspiring these, up and coming photographers. Because I'm telling you, it changed my life. When I picked up that camera, man, it changed my life permanently. So a lot of respect to them, and they're really good guys, man. Like, really, really amazing people behind that camera, man. Like, they giving those game because it's no school for this, So they giving that knowledge in those games to a lot of these up and coming photographers. I know a lot of photographers that are coming up, and James Law, Eric Williams, and Ryan Loco, and them, they're like mentoring these people, man. And I just want to say I love them, man, and they're amazing people for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry about that.
No, man. Listen, they deserve it. I give out props to Loco all the time. Actually, I got a couple of his photos and stuff on my wall here. Let me see. Let me snag this one real quick. This is how big of a fanboy I am for Ryan Loco, even though he doesn't answer my text messages anymore. But here,
he's a superstar now, bro.
We got this. This is limited. This is limited edition print right here.
I knew it. I knew it was a Joe Schilling one. I remember that one.
So this was like the little photo book and stuff that he did. So there's a bunch of other stuff in there. But I mean, listen, I gotta support my boy. And then James makes enough money. He doesn't need any more of my money. He makes enough money. He doesn't need me buying any of his stuff.
Bro, I'm trying to get a loan from James Law. That's probably the richest photographer I know.
All right.
Seriously. But that's a dope photo, man. See, I was inspired by photos like that when coming up and trying to be a photographer. Like this raw, uncut, like Joe Schilling smoking a cigarette. Yeah, and that's if you know Joe Schilling, that's really Joe Schilling. You know what I mean? So it was an amazing capture.
And that was like that was either in between or right after like one of the fights. He had like 2 fights in one night. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yep,
it's crazy, man. So all right, so you get your break with like Dominic Cruz to really start off, and then obviously things escalated for you, and then we get into the story that we really been wanting to go over. You get picked up by Monster and Hans Molenkamp.
Yes.
So go from there.
Yeah. So what happened? Okay. Yeah. So what happened is, like I said, I was in the gym. I was in there 5-6 days a week trying to perfect my craft. Trying to be like these these elite photographers. Then Hans used to come there all the time because he lives only 30 minutes away from Alliance MMA, 30-40 minutes away. And like I said, some of the best fighters in the world was in there training. So he'll come in there, do his antics that he's doing now on these videos and stuff like that. And I got to meet him. Then he was like, "Oh man, I love your work, So he's like, I want to bring you on the squad, on the Monster squad. So I was like, okay, cool. I mean, quit my job, bro. Make a long story short, quit my job. Then I started signed on with Monster as a subcontractor. I wasn't an actual employee, subcontractor for Monster for combat sports. And he would just give me assignments. Then I start traveling the world, bro, everywhere, shooting these elite fighters. So my job was to shoot their fights, and I also shoot promotion materials for these fighters. So I had to go to their camps and shoot behind the scenes, studio style like work. So Monster can take in and advertise it, take the photos and advertise with it. I had to go to the actual fights and shoot their fights for social media content for Monster as well. So wherever Hans went, that's where I was. And we traveled in the world. We traveled like around the world, and I was gone. I was almost every week I was gone.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, man. It was crazy, bro. In the beginning, bro, it was a dream job for sure. Dream job.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
that's one of the things, like we talk about it all the time on the podcast. And it's one of those things where it's like, I've been fortunate enough to travel the world following bands, taking photos, and then working with like guys like Flex and all these other people taking photos and things like that. But man, like people don't realize how much work it really is. It's like, it's a blast. It's a lot of fucking fun. Don't get me wrong. You have some amazing, like you get to sit down and have dinner with some like people that, you know, fans would kill for a chance for a handshake. You're like sitting there hearing like stupid stories from, but man, you're the one that's going to be up at 4:00 in the morning because the photos got to be edited and out the door.
yes, it's like you're running and gunning, shooting, retouching, editing, running and gunning, shooting and editing. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a grind, it's a hustle.
Yeah.
And like how you're saying, it seems fun, it is fun. You know what I mean? But it's taxing on your body, and not to mention you carrying like 2-1-DXs, which is like 7 pounds a piece, which are like 24 to 70, 7,200. Them things are 7 pounds a piece, so you're worn out all day, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean,
not
it's a hard job. It's not cream.
No, it depending on who you're traveling with. You're also running with the gear on your back because you're probably going to miss a flight because someone was late, right? Yeah, we know those people. We're not dropping names, but we know those people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
Connecting everything that's going on. So now, like you're working with Monster. You were there for 3 years, 4 years.
About
right?
3 or 4 years. I can't remember. I want to say through like 3.5 years or whatever it was. Yeah.
Right.
That was what Monster. Yeah.
So then, again, when you're in those kinds of positions, especially when it's like your big like opportunity, you kind of have to deal with a lot of shit. Like you have to kind of bite your lip and be like, oh, you know what? You just got to let it slide. You got to keep my mouth shut and a lot of stuff. What started happening from your point of view that kind of drove you all the way to the point that you decided to leave Monster?
Well, like I was saying, man, incredibly blessed to even be a part of the organization. And I want to say that Monster Energy, the people that works in that corporate office are really good people, and this has nothing to do with Monster. It's just that one individual, Hans Molenkamp, that, so I don't want to have to reflect, what I'm talking about. So what happened is I'll give you the rundown. So what we'll do, I was on the road almost every day with Hans. So wherever Hans went, I went. So I give a rundown. So we'll leave on a Wednesday, go to our destination. We'll get there Wednesday night. Then Thursday, we'll kick it with the fighters, do everything, do a politicking. Hans do all his little antics, whatever you want to do on social media with the videos. Then, Friday, I have to shoot the weigh-ins, wherever it's UFC or Bellator. So shoot the weigh-ins. Then, like I'm saying, I'm hustling. I'm shooting the weigh-ins, retouching the photos, sending them off to Monster. And then Saturday, I'm shooting, the fight, retouch the photos, send it off to Monster. Then we leave on Sunday, then I get back home. Then, when I get home on Sunday night, I kick with my family. Monday and Tuesday, I'm doing little side jobs for Hans or something like that, going up to Oceanside, which is 30, 40 minutes away from me, shooting social media content, shooting stuff for Triumph United, which is one of his side businesses and stuff like that. So I'm working almost every day. But what really kind of drove me over the edge was a combination of things. Number one, I was shooting the fighters. Then all of a sudden it went from me shooting the fighters to he wanted to shoot the fighters. Then it went from, taking my photos that I shot of the fighters and he got credit of it.
No.
Then it went, oh, bro, it went crazy.
No.
Oh, yes, bro. Yes. Then it went from, we'd be in the studio setting, shooting promotional materials. I'm setting up all the lighting and everything, and he'll put the camera on the tripod and he's just shooting. He gets the credit, bro.
Yeah.
And
meanwhile, you literally did 99% of the creative work to set up. All you literally have to do there is just go click, but he gets the credit.
Bro, put the camera on the tripod. Click, click, click. Oh, Hans, these photos are dope, bro. Ooh, woohoo. Man, these photos are dope. Bro, I did everything.
Yeah.
So
like literally to the point where you're setting up the composition, you're setting up everything that just layers the photo perfect, where it's like people don't get the amount of work. It's literally 90% setup and then what? 45 minutes, an hour, depending what you're shooting, of photo, like actual photography. And then the rest is okay, thanks. You know, maybe changing outfits or something like that. Done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now Hans is the photographer and I'm just doing all the back work, you know, sending, like I said, setting up. Then it was like, then it went from that. This is progressing. Then it went from he's talking to me crazy in front of people, you know, in front of athletes, high corporate, you know, executives at Bellator, UFC.
Yeah.
It's talking down to me in front of people. And of course, like if you know who I am, like, bro, I'm very like, I don't take disrespect very well.
But give me an example, because I know, because I've experienced, I know exactly what you're talking about. But for everybody else who obviously hasn't been in those scenarios, like we've talked about,
yeah,
like give them an example. Like, can you give like an actual example that obviously is not going to get you in trouble, of like something that was said there? You're like, excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, I give you an example right now, but I remember one time I was in Chicago. I remember this vaguely, bro. Vaguely. Yeah. I was in Chicago and I didn't have to shoot that night because I think one of the fighters, you know, got dropped out or something happened, so I didn't have to shoot. So I was front cage in front of the cage with Hans. So you know, if you've been to a fight, you know there's a cage and there's, you know, the crowd and you got the people inside the cage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was with Hans inside the cage, sitting right next to him, and the fights are going on, and me being with Hans, I started developing relationships with people and stuff like that. And I remember the fighters would start coming to me and talk to me before they talk to him. So they'll come up to him and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Hey, they'll come up to me and be like, "Hey, what's up, Courtney? How you doing, bro? Hey, you know, everything." Yeah. And he got so livid. He got a snot because I'm sitting right next to him. K-side. He pulled me to the side. "Don't fucking disrespect me like that in front of these people."
What?
I was like, yeah.
Over what? Like, bro. Don't disrespect me. Like, don't take attention away from me.
Exactly. And bro, I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm dying. That night, I kind of got up and I left, and bro, I started crying, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't say anything. I'm letting this guy talk to me treat me like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about it because, you know, he has control of my paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm telling you, I'll give you one more story. This is the type of shit I had to deal with, bro. I'm sorry, excuse my language.
No. You can curse all you want. I would love that shit. Listen, I've been working on my cursing, but I love a good cursing. Like, you curse out all you want, dude. This is like years of like shit that like needs to be told.
Pent up, but I gotta control my emotions, man. But I deal with so much, you know what I mean? I gotta control my emotions. But the thing is that I give you another story that, you know, I'm trying to give you some stories so you can understand what I had to deal with.
Yeah.
We went to it was me, Hans, Rampage, and a couple other people. We went to Miami. We went for the NASCAR. Rampage. That's one reason, because Rampage was the pacer car, the pace car, in NASCAR. So I had to go there and document Rampage. Hans was there and everything, and we went to the Salt Bay. If you go look on his Instagram, you see all those photos of him with the Salt Bay and all them. I took those photos. Right. So check it. So I'm doing a video. We went to dinner, you know, with this guy Salt Bay and Gokhan Saki. He was there as well.
Yeah.
And we had dinner with Salt Bay and everything like that. And I get a video of them, you know, him doing this little thing with the salt, with the meat and everything. And I posted this video, right? Bro, this video went nuts. Within the hour, it had like 400,000 views.
Yeah.
Within an hour. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It went nuts, right?
No, I remember, because that was like when Saki was coming down here, and I think he was going to go start training with Henry Hooft.
Exactly.
Down at Hard Knock. So I know exactly what around the time you're talking about. Yeah. Exactly.
So Hans, I guess I forgot to tag Hans in this post. Bro. Bro, he went nuts. I'm talking about he went nuts. What the fuck, man? You done bad tag me. I'm the reason why you're here. I'm the reason why why you're in this position. And you're not gonna tag me? Bro, he didn't talk to me for the whole trip. I thought I was fired from Munster. Fired, bro. The whole trip. So I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, dude, forget it, man. I erased the whole damn the whole video off my Instagram. I was like, dude, I don't care about the video. It's a video.
But wait, was it on your Instagram or was it on
my Instagram? My
no,
Instagram.
Fuck him. It's your Instagram. Fuck him.
Bro, he was upset because I didn't tag him. So he didn't get the the clout. The clout.
Yeah.
Bro, upset. So I'm stressed. I'm stressed because it's like I gotta, because this guy, my job is done. He didn't talk to me the whole trip. He didn't want to talk to me. Went back to the hotel room, separated me.
You're grounded.
Yes.
Like, I don't even want to look at you right now.
No, but you don't understand. Like, you gotta kiss his ass to keep him happy. Yeah. And if you don't kiss his ass, then you might not have a job the next day.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. I know those people. I've worked for those people. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So the thing is, though, it's a lot of tension. You're always walking on eggshells. You're always like uncomfortable, and you're always scared because my livelihood is on the line right now. Yeah. And you don't know, and he's like up and down with his motions and his mood swings. So you don't know if you get a really cool Hans one day, or he can be super crazy, crazy guy the next day. Yeah. So it's always uncomfortable, man. And bro, I swear, look at me now. I'm going bald. I swear to you,
it's a super toxic like relationship. Like, oh, don't hit me. Like, it's like when like someone raises their hand, like, oh shit, like,
sorry, sorry,
bro. I've been there.
Yeah. So that's for 3 years I had to deal with that, and this is the top of these stories I'm telling you, man. This is like daily, weekly stories, and it's like those are the type of stories I had to deal with all the time. So what happened was, I got tired of it, man. Like, bro, I was getting paid really good. I was in a really good position. Everything was amazing. I'm traveling the world with the camera, but dealing with Hans, bro, it is taxing. Yeah. It's very taxing. And after 3.5 years of dealing with him and the abuse and this talking down to me and disrespecting me, what kind of drove me over the edge is that I was at my nephew's game. It was on a Saturday. I remember. I was at my nephew's game. Hans called me. Hey, man, I need you to go to LA with me. I'll be here in an hour. Like that. I was like, dude, usually I just have to drop everything I have to do and drop out my whole life and just go do it. That's what I usually do. But this time I was like, man, fuck this, dude. Nah, I can't, man. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying no to my master today. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm standing my foot. I don't care what happened. Like real bold, chest out. Yeah. You know what I mean? No, I'm not doing it.
It's like, no, miss, no. Leave me alone.
Right, bro. Like, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I called him back. I was like, dude, I can't come. I can't come. And I swear to God, this is what he told me. He says, when I tell you to do something, you do it. And I was like, you know what? I said, Hans, you know what, man? I can't do it no more, bro. I said, you know what? You got to find somebody you can talk to like that.
Yeah, because it ain't me.
It ain't me no more. Not anymore. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I'm done. Like I swear, my heart, man. Yeah. My heart was like, Courtney, you done with this shit, man. This is it. Why are you letting
you spend enough time proving yourself? Like, you didn't need to kiss anybody's ass anymore. Like, you made your name in the game. Like, there's you got to be respected at some point too.
But it's not even that, bro. It's like, this dealing with this stress every day, bro. Like every day, in and out, running, being controlled, being manipulated, not doing what you love to do. Everything is, disrespecting all the time, you feel less than a person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, now I feel like a kid, like a puppy all the time. And I'm a grown man. And like I said, if you know who I am, I don't like disrespect. So every day I gotta go live with myself every night. I gotta sleep. When I go lay on the bed, I gotta live with myself. Like, I'm letting this guy disrespect me every freaking day for 3 years.
But and I mean, it's like you're cutting a man down. Like, how are you supposed to turn around, look at your wife or like significant other or whatever, like after you letting some other dude cut you down? Like, absolutely. That's super disrespectful. So, like, what did he say to you when you said, like, I'm done, I quit?
He just hung up. And that's the last time I talked to him. And
like, ever, like, there was never any conversation again after that.
No conversation after that. And I quit. And then like a week later, but I had that conversation with my wife too. I was like, what are we gonna do? Because this is my source of income. We had a house. We had I was getting paid good for Munster. So we had nice cars, living good, lavish life, man. And
which isn't easy to do in California,
San Diego.
So especially San Diego.
And I had to talk to my wife. I was like, baby, like, we've been on the bottom before. You know, we know how to operate on the bottom. We just gotta, start all over again. We just gotta do it. And she understood, man, because she lived that life with me. Coming home, I'm complaining to her every day, and it's taxing on her, man. It's taxing on my whole family, my friends. I'm spewing that complaining to my friends every day. They're tired of hearing this shit too, you know.
Yeah.
So it was taxing. So she understood. It's like, whatever you got to do, I'll support you. So that's what it was, man. And then like a week later, of course I go back into, I'm getting phone calls from people, and they're like, well, bro, I don't want to tell no names yet, but
yeah,
people are calling me and saying, well, man, I can't, Hans told me, hey, if I do work with you, I work with you again. Or if you come to this particular gym again, then we maybe lose our sponsorship. So, man, I mean, I get it, bro. They weren't trying to be disrespectful, but they got bills to pay too,
Yeah.
And that's how it was. And I was blackballed. I couldn't work in MMA anymore.
Yeah.
So every time I hit somebody up, nobody really respond back to me. It was evident, so it was evident. So I pretty much was starved out of that industry. I couldn't work anymore in that industry.
So you spent technically really what, like how many years were you working with like Dominic and stuff before you got the call from Hans to work with them? I was
working with maybe 2 years before that.
So you effectively spent 5-6 years grinding, getting your name, getting your work out there to the point where most people don't realize 90% chance that within that time frame, if you saw a photo online of MMA of any fighter, it was probably either a Ryan Loco, James Law, or Courtney Hendo photo. 95% chance, like for sure, like without a doubt in my mind. It's those are the only names that come out when you're talking about top of the top MMA photographers. So you were grinding, and then you finally, I mean, listen, again, from my experience on my angle of things, that point where you have to step up and sit there and say, like, fuck this, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it anymore. That's a hard pill to swallow, because that's your dreams that you literally effectively have to tell your ego, we're going to have to take a step back. Everything we just spent the X amount of years working on, now we got to let go. There's no other option.
Yes. And plus, like I said, you're getting paid really well. So, I mean, and I would say that he paid me well. I got paid better. I'm telling you the numbers I got paid. I shouldn't be making that type of money in photography. I guarantee you, I was probably the most highest paid photographer in combat.
I believe it.
I guarantee you.
I mean, like you kind of deserve it. Like, you got top quality work, so it's kind of like, it's tough for a photographer. Listen, for a photographer, it's hard to make $500 a gig, let alone be making top dollar, getting to travel the world and doing stuff.
Bro, I was caking, bro. 6 figures easy. I'm not throwing the numbers out there, but I'll tell you this: 6 figures on my easy, bro. 6 figures.
So you have, I guess, this epiphany where, like, you finally just, like, you're honest to yourself and you make the decision. You decided to start Hendo Studios.
Yes. So Hendo Studios, and I tell you this, before I kind of knew that road was coming to an end, so I was trying to find other ways because I was stuck, and I was like, damn, dude, I gotta get out of this situation. I gotta find something that, another business or something else to supplement my income, because I knew that road was coming to an end one day.
Yeah. But
I was thinking maybe like a year from the time I quit Monster, that I was gonna quit Monster. I was just gonna quit Monster, and it came a year early. So I was planning on starting a studio anyways. So when I quit, of course I didn't have any more income. I have zero income, but I was lucky because we travel almost every day, weekly, that I didn't spend anything. And when you work for Monster, everything is paid for. So your flight, your food, everything, your hotel, everything. So I didn't really spend money. So a lot of that money was saved in my bank account. So I had a little bit of income to start the studio, and that's what I did. I started the studio, but like I said, my bills kept coming with no income. My resume is built on MMA photography. Couldn't get any jobs. Try to do, I can't rebuild my resume to pay my bills and pay my mortgage. So I do like small jobs, little easy jobs on the side. but it wasn't enough. So I was like, baby, okay, I got a certain amount of money in my bank account. We got to do something. I got to kind of build some income. Studio, boom. All right, let me open up a studio. Found a location. Spent too much money. Spent a little bit more money than I expected to get this thing up. And it now, okay, what we have to do? Cut my expenses.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by sell my cars, get rid of the house, get rid of all liabilities to bring down my overhead.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. Sold everything. Then we was like, all right, we'll put everything in storage. I wish I can take this camera. I still got my furniture up here, up above my studio. I'm in the studio right now. I put my furniture in my in the storage area in my studio.
Yeah.
And I stored all my furniture. Now I was like, this is what we got to do. We got to sleep in the studio, and until we get this thing up. My girl was down, bro. Man, I married her because of this, bro. Because we were good, but bro, she was down, man. Like she was like, all right, baby, whatever you want to do, I'm here to support you. Man, I love her for that, you know. So
that's
what we
awesome,
did. We got a little
trend. That's hard. That's the literal definition of the ride or die. Like,
absolutely,
yeah.
Bro.
That's not
because
something
you gotta understand the contrast.
What's that? Sorry, go ahead.
You got to understand the contrast. She had a Range Rover.
Yeah.
To a Honda Civic. That's nothing wrong with a Honda Civic. I have a little Honda Civic and a Prius now. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm trying to tell you, trying to show you, trying to paint a picture that we was living really good.
Yeah.
You know, steak and lobsters every night to ramen noodles, and that's the truth. You know, and we slept on the floor in here, and it took a year to get this business up to me to break even. So I broke even in a year, but I still wasn't really making any income. So it took me like 2 years to kind of get back on my feet. But we starved, bro. We starved, you know, and it was the worst part of my life, but it was also the best part of my life because it taught me that anything is possible, man. You put your mind to it and you believe in yourself, bro. Anything is possible. I don't care what happens to you. You know, anything in life is possible. There's no excuses in life. There's zero.
I'm kind of curious. I mean, like, not that it's off topic by any means, but I'm kind of curious from your point of view, you know, like, again, like different industry somewhat for my end of things and starting my own business. And I know a lot of people go through this too. And I've had people ask me this, but for you, was there ever a point in time in that transition phase when you first started the studio where you're like, fuck, man, I don't know if I can do this. Can I put her through this? Like, I know I can do it, but can I put her through this? Like, was there any point in time in your head where that started going through your mind?
Bro, every day.
Yeah.
Every day, man. And only thing that kept me alive, what kept me going was, I'm not gonna lie, at the time I hated them, bro. It was pure hate in my heart, you know, and because like I said, I never disrespected Hans. He went out of his way to try to erase me maliciously.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I didn't say, oh, fuck you, Hans. You know, fuck you, bitch. I'm leaving. No, I didn't say anything like that. I was like, bro, I just can't let you talk to me like this. Yeah. And I walked away peacefully. He went to the extent of trying to erase me from my career, bro. And that's what he did. He actually did that. Yeah. You know, and because he had the power to do that. And so the only thing that kept me going was the hate in my heart. At the time, I hated him, man. I never hate anybody in my life. You know, you dislike people and people do bad things to you, but I hated this man. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna get back on my feet. I ain't gonna let this dude win. Yeah. You know? So that at the time, I was like, dude, I'm gonna show him that I can do this. I don't need him. I could be successful, you know, and that's the only thing that kept me going, that hate. I used that hate as motivation until, like, you know, and my girl, this every day, she was like, babe, we got it. You can do this. We've been on the bottom before. Yeah. We've been poor, you know? So like, I'm not saying I want to be comfortable poor, but I know how to operate being poor. Yeah. But the only thing that kept me going was the hate in my heart. But I don't hate him anymore. I don't hate the guy anymore, but I learned to forgive him. But I had so much hate, man. I wasn't a good person. I wasn't a good person because I was hurt. And at the same time, I felt evil. I hated that man. Hated him.
I mean, trust me, I definitely understand it because I've had situations in the past like that. It's kind of a weird double-edged sword, right? Because you're like, you're super angry. You have this negative energy inside you. Like, I can't believe I let someone have that kind of power over me. And I still stayed loyal and he still ended up fucking me over no matter what. But you managed to turn it into like that fuel. It's that fuel, that fire. Like, no, it's not going to happen like that. Like, I'm not going out like that. And that revenge is like, success is the best revenge, because like now you're to the point, like you're back to working with fighters and you're back to sitting there. And I mean, the studio looks like it's doing amazing. Like the photos and stuff, the creativity that's coming out there is just amazing. And you managed to not only do that, but I mean, it happened right before COVID. So it's like really 2 years worth of like ass kicking that you have to do to grind it out.
Absolutely. So we kind of, like I said, it made me work hard, grind it out, you know, got back on my feet, and I just started making money in this business maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And it's my like real money. I can go out and like monster money, like I was making money, right. So got back to that, man. And when I started making money, it's like I forgot about everything, and I didn't have I forgave the guy, and like my life is good. My wife is okay, my mom and my family is good. I don't care about anything else, So that I'm good. I didn't think of anything about it. Then COVID comes. So COVID comes, and all of a sudden I'm closed for 6 months with no income. So I got lucky again. Once again, got smacked back on the ass. So got lucky because I saved money of another 6 months worth of expenses I had saved up in the bank again, because I already been through been to the bottom again, and I just repeated the process. We did the same thing with COVID, but the only thing I did was
No, go ahead.
Only thing I did was COVID. COVID was an amazing lesson for me as well. It taught me that my business I was too one-dimensional in my business. I need to have multiple sources of income. So all these things that happen to us, bro, is just learning experiences. We have to take the good out of these bad things and turn it to positive things and learn from them. That's all it is. Like, I don't hate Hans anymore. I'm grateful that what he did to me, because it pushed me to be uncomfortable and do something I would never done. I would have never built this. Now, bro, I have a studio. I'm making good money. We're about to expand to another place. I don't have to answer to anybody. I'm my own boss.
You don't have to take every gig that comes up. You can say no to the shitty gigs. You're like, I'm going to pass.
And freedom, bro. And I was blackballed. And check this story out, bro. So I was blackballed from the industry. And guess who shows up in my studio? The UFC champion. The Izzy.
Right. Izzy came in. Yeah, and he's got his own beef. He's like, you're the one that I want to work with.
And I didn't even like know him like that. He just came from another photographer. But bro, it was like checkmate. Now I'm blackballed, but guess what? Izzy shows up. Israel. Yeah.
So wait, so it's like, I'm curious now then, how did the conversation start where Izzy found out about what happened with you and Hans? And now, like, obviously with everything that's going on with Izzy, where he's like, you too? Motherfucker, you too?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to speak on somebody other.
Oh, no, for sure.
I don't want to bring him in, you know what I mean? But I will say this, bro. I don't want to bring him up and put his business out there or anything.
Yeah.
We didn't really go too deep into it. But I will say this, and as well, that everybody in this industry knows what really goes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I will say this too, man. I want to be careful with my words because I don't have permission to talk to about none of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Izzy's
prefer
a really
not
good guy, man.
Like, if you feel safe with not saying it, I totally get it, dude. I totally get it. Trust me. I'm like,
I would say this. I would say this though. Izzy is a really good guy, bro.
Yeah.
I've kind of been around him a little bit, but that's my first time actually been around him, talking to him. And he is morals, integrity, and he's built like a different. He's a different person. He just built right. He has integrity. He has morals.
Yeah.
Money's not gonna I don't know. I don't want to say
No,
anything
no.
else. I
And
just
listen, you're
want
not
to say
saying anything that isn't already known though, like, cause that's the thing. I mean, he talks about it all the time, and anybody that knows Izzy or has been around him will say that like he has his people's back every time. There's never any question about his loyalty or who he is as a person, like his coaches and stuff like that. Listen, like he has the power to go to any camp, to go anywhere. I mean, he came here once and trained with the Black Zillions when like the Black Zillions were still around, but he's New Zealand. He's New Zealand. He's
Yeah,
there. He's got his coaches back. He could go train anywhere in the world. He could be the number one guy in the gym anywhere, but he's going to somewhere that's far away from everybody else. He trains with the same guys that go in and train jiu-jitsu at night and stuff like that. So it's like, you can tell he's a solid person.
amazing person. And I know you don't know these people, but it's like I've been around a lot of superstars. I've been around all of them, every last one of them. And he's a really solid dude, bro. I was blown away. Like, man, so respectful, good vibes, positive dude, bro. I mean, I wish that the casual fan will know these people behind the cameras. You know what I mean? Like, bro, because you see him when he's fight mode, he pit bull mode, talking. But bro, I was like, man, this is a cool ass dude, bro. Like, he could be my homie. He could be my homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't talk to too many people. I don't let too many people in my circle now at these times. But Izzy is he's a real one, real one. There's no flaw in that guy.
Yeah, he's not gonna bullshit you for the PC, like, and making sure he just covers his ass. He's legit, straightforward.
Absolutely. You're seeing a raw, a cool person. That's all it is. A real person.
That's dope, man. So now we come into what happened the other day, or what? It's about 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, with
almost 3 weeks.
Dominic Cruz coming out and calling out Hans the most PC way you could call somebody out, and making the statement that he did. When you saw that statement, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
Well, I would like to say I've been around Dominic Cruz and I've been around Hans, and I've seen the way Hans treated Dominic Cruz. I have been around. I'm talking about dinners with Hans and Dominic Cruz, and Dom is a really good guy, man. And he dealt with a lot, man. He dealt with a lot of this clout, and as he was saying on the other interviews and after the fight, I mean, the guy is sucking him dry, man. Like, sucking him clean, man. Like, it's like the same situation as me. Like, bro, like, you get to a point, man, like, you be like, shit, man, okay, like, I got to do this or else, you know what I mean? Or I got to post on your Instagram, or I got to do all these stupid videos or whatever it is, or else I got to wear your gloves, or what else, you know what I mean? So it's like, you get to a point like, man, like, can somebody do something about this? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So when it happened, bro, I wasn't even watching the fights. I seen Dom's fight, and I'm busy in the studio, so I wasn't even watching them. Bro, my phone went nuts. My phone, calls, text messages, everything, every type of communication communication, Instagram, Twitter, bro, it was nuts. And I was like, damn, what's going on? What's going on? Bro, Dom, go watch Dom call Hans out. It was crazy. So I go on Twitter and see it. I'm like, oh shit, man. Dom blew the lid, bro.
Yeah.
And he blew the lid on it, man. And people don't understand. Everybody in the industry knows what goes on. People knows.
Yeah.
But the casual fan, no, they don't know what this guy's doing. And Dom came out. Think about the complexity of this, though. This guy comes back. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He rather call this guy out, then have his congratulations speech. He rather use that to call this guy out. That's how bad it is, man. That's how bad it is.
That's that's what I've been like, kind of, we've gone into it the last couple of podcasts just because everything happened, but I really wanted to wait until we had you on here because you have more of a firsthand experience with the ability to speak about it than most people. And I've alluded to it. I've mentioned it a few times, and I've noticed that in the conversations, people are either on one side of the fence or the other. So there's the people that are going to say, well, why didn't they say anything before? But they don't understand the complexity, like you said, of this is someone hanging your livelihood over your head. You had to sit there and bite the bullet and take the shit for 3.5 years, 4 years, because you needed that paycheck, to the point where I'm in the mindset that everyone's got a breaking point. You could have the strongest individual, but at one point you push them enough mentally or emotionally, physically, whatever, you're going to have that breaking point where I can't handle this anymore. You hit yours. Other people are willing to take more. And there, especially some fighters, there may be a lower tier where they're like, I need every dime that I can get, because they know they might not end up hitting the championship belt. They might not get that headline fight. So that extra 10 grand is going to be money for them.
Yes.
The hanging that over people is going to sit there and clearly cloud your judgment over what's the right thing to do and what's right for my paycheck. And then you get what happened the other day with Rampage coming out and Rampage defending Hans, which, let me explain this from my point of view. I'll tell you guys.
Absolutely.
Rampage doesn't fight anymore. Rampage isn't going to be doing A-Team Part 2, all right? He doesn't have a huge form of income that's going to come in. So whatever he can do to secure his income, he's going to do, even if it involves covering for Hans. Because I don't know Rampage personally. I'm sure he's a good person somewhere, somehow, whatever.
I know Rampage.
But he's going to cover his fucking ass. He's going to cover his money. He's not stupid.
Right. He's not dumb.
Yeah.
And I would say this: Rampage is a really good guy, man. And I said this before. I know Rampage, and he's a really good guy. I won't say nothing bad about him, man.
Yeah.
And I would say this: if I was in Rampage's shoes, I would have did the same thing.
Right. 100% you would do it. But then you get 100%. Like Michael Bisping. He came out. He's like, no, it's all fake. Fuck yeah, he does that. He does it. What does Michael Bisping care? He doesn't have to sit.
So
go ahead.
You got to understand. Just follow the money, bro. It's easy. That's all I'm going to tell you. Follow the money. Michael Bisping can't he's not profit up monster. He's not sponsored. So he has nothing, hanging him. He has nothing pinning him down. There's no politics there. Yeah. See, but you got to understand, like the gamut of you got to hold the whole picture. Monster sponsors the UFC. So Monster gives UFC money.
Yeah.
Boom, nice paycheck. That's a major sponsor for UFC. Yeah. Monster is a major sponsor for Bellator. I don't know if they still sponsor Glory, Hidden Glory. Yeah. All these major organizations, they're giving them, they're major sponsors for all these organizations. Yeah. Monster also sponsors the local gyms. So if it's Alliance MMA, all these other gyms that paycheck. Yeah. CSA, paycheck, monthly paycheck. Yeah. Monthly, bro.
And there's not that many companies that are sitting there doing that or can afford to do it.
Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Then on top of that, Monster's getting either final fighters, the upper tier fighters, paycheck. Yeah. Monthly paycheck.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Like, listen, okay, getting that M logo on Cowboys, like cowboy hat, isn't cheap. Isn't going to be cheap. He's getting paid.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they take care of them. Monster give you extra money.
Yeah.
So a lot of these fighters, they live off that money. So when they go fight, that's extra money in their, whatever they're gonna do with it. Because when you fight, a nice percentage of that money go to taxes, training camp, nutritionist,
the old bills that you couldn't pay throughout the whole camp that you weren't fighting for the last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Your manager, everything. So you only probably go home with 40% of that money, 50% if you're good, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
So
yeah.
when you have so if you have a Monster Energy sponsoring you, bro, you're straight. You're good, bro. You're good. Life is good because now why? All your bills is paid. You got some eating money. You can go train without worrying about paying your bills, without working. So you don't need a job. You got a monthly paycheck coming in.
Yeah.
You don't need a job.
They don't get it. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things we've gone over so many times. Like you got to look at it. A newer fighter maybe might be getting 20 and 20, right? 20 to show, 20 to win. All right. That goes to the manager. Like you said, you got all these bills to pay. They got to drive to and from the gym too. It's not paid for. The coaches get paid. Even like the coaches when they're cornered, this is how it works. If you're fighting and I'm cornering you, you're going to pay for my flight. If the UFC doesn't cover for the one coach, you're going to bring out your other coach, your wrestling coach, or your jiu-jitsu coach. That's coming out of your pocket. And then when I get there, you have to give me spending money. You got to pay for me to sit here and be here for the next week. So that comes out of your money. So now you're already giving me $200, $300 for the next couple of days above everything else that you're going to give me once you finally get that check. Because then I got to get 5%, 10, 15, whatever it is our contract is. So that money is big. It's big, big money. So there's a reason why it's split 50-50. That's why still people don't get. That money that you were getting paid, that wasn't sponsorship money. That was your salary. That was your only form of income. So for you to take that jump is massive. Massive. And like people still don't understand from like being blackballed like really means in our profession, in photography, especially at your level. I mean, it's hard enough already to go into a gym, right? It's difficult enough already. And then be the photographer that gets to go from gym to gym to gym, especially if they're rival gyms. Like you have to go to two fighters that are sponsored by the same person, and you have to make sure that you're trusted enough that like, oh, he's not going to tell him what I'm doing. That takes a long time to build that, man. And now your sponsor's telling you, no, you're not allowed to have him here. Man, there's no one's going to be able to fight that battle.
You're not. And I'm like, I'm a photographer. I'm nobody. You know what I mean? Well, I guess I'm nobody, but like, I don't have any power, bro. I'm just a little photographer. So I expect these fighters to be like, oh man, Courtney, I'm gonna sacrifice 10 grand, whatever I'm making from Monster to be your friend. No, bro, that's selfish of me.
I wouldn't even want someone to do that.
No, I said that's what I'm trying to tell you. So even like right now, leaving Rampage and all these fighters are coming out. Don't shit on these fighters because you understand the dynamic of what's going on, bro. They have to. I can't say they have to, but it's wise for them to do that. I mean, it's a no-brainer in a way.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, it's like. I mean, the only thing I would say is like you gotta get to a point that money becomes more important than your money's not more important than morals and values. You know what I mean? Like it's not. And when you put money over that, then that's why you have corruption. You always gonna have a problem. But
like,
I mean,
what's the price tag for your soul?
Exactly. And I sold my soul to the devil for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't look down on them. I'm not, like I said, my Rampage, my boy, man, that's a real good dude. I'll never shit on him.
Yeah.
I just Dillashaw, I'm not shitting on him either. You know what I mean? So I love those people. The reason why I'm doing this is to create awareness for them because I know they can't speak. They can't speak, and I even say this, like, every fighter's not getting ran over by Hans. Hans do like some of these dudes, and he'll take care of them, be cool with them. But I mean, a lot of them are getting steamrolled for sure, So
and it's funny because, like, we were kind of talking about it before too, and I've said it in other podcasts. I've seen the text messages. I've seen the DMs where he's like, hey, bro, can you go and share this photo for me? Can you go share that video and leave a comment on it for me? I've seen it. Like, we know that it's there. Like, there's the one argument that people keep making is like, well, show the text messages. Show it. No, man, no one's going to do that. No one's going to sit there and do that. And someone asked me, I'm like, dude, I can't sit there and take the trust that someone gave me to show me the text messages to prove a point to you. Because now I'm being a bad friend. Like, I'm willing to tell you the story without telling people like who it was. I mean, like, with all the fighters that I know, it's like, but dude, come on. Like, it's out there. It's at one point or another, like, he's going to slip up with the wrong person where they're going to be like, fuck this, like, put it out there. But Monster is a great company. Monster is a great company. I've never heard anybody bad. I've known a couple of people that worked for Monster and they loved it. It's just this one guy. It's one guy. And people haven't been in that situation where there's someone is controlling. It's literally a little puppet master that thinks that they can make you dance whenever they ring the bell kind of thing.
Yeah, man. And they don't understand, like, Hans is like, bro, when he asks you to do something, shit, he's like, bro, you either gonna do it right now or there's gonna be problems, bro. Short fused. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, post this for me. Boom. Okay. If you don't post that right now, bro, good luck with that monster contract.
Yeah.
Good
And
luck
that's
with
all
that
he'll
monster
say. That's
contract.
like, it's literally all he'll say is like, good luck with that monster contract. Like, you're not going to get your sponsor check next month, just to let you know. Like, it'll be such a slight comment.
Yeah. In and out. Yep.
Yeah.
No more. Then all of a sudden, I mean, if you think about it as well, he got so much influence, right? So it's like, let's say you're not sponsored by Monster.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say let's say I'm a Muay Thai fighter, and I want to jump in the game, and if I create a bad rap with Huns, he's giving the UFC money, he's giving a Bellator money, he's giving all these other organizations money. Bro, come on now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Good luck getting in there, those organizations.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll be
Good
like,
luck.
you don't need that fighter. Unless you'd have to be, again, like an Izzy or a Kamaru or like Chandler kind of like level fighter, or to bust your way in to fight through all that word. Like, and look at that. I mean, bringing it up too, even Dana had to be careful about how he said it.
Bro.
Dana had to sit there and cover up the first time where he's like, yeah, Hans is a weird dude. He's a goofy dude. Monster is great. We love Monster. It's just this one guy. And then as soon as Dominic said that, even Joe Rogan is like, it's like, get him the fuck off the mic. Like, yeah.
Cut him. Cut.
Joe for sure was like shitting his pants. Like, bro, they're telling me I got to cut you off. Like, if they're making Joe sit there and say that, for sure, it's pulling strings.
My brother, follow the money. Look at the details. That's all you got to do, man. We don't even got to talk about this. Just look at it, bro. It tells the story, man.
It's too much money. It's too much money. Too much money at a difficult time in our economy for something to happen. Because that's really the sad part. That's really the sad part, is that we know, like, at the end of the day, nothing's going to come from all this stuff anyway.
No. And that's why I tell people, I was like, dude, I'm just telling you my experiences.
Yeah.
This is not opinion. These are my experience. These are facts.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak anything that's our opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are straight facts. And you don't got to believe me or not. I'm just going to tell you what I experienced.
Yeah.
What all these other people are saying, and you put your spin on it. And,
you connect the dots. Go for it.
You connect the dots. You connect the dots. I'm not saying nothing that's not opinionated. I'm giving you one raw uncut of my experiences. That's all I'm doing. That's it. And it tells everything. It tells you everything, bro.
So have you and Dominic kind of caught up after that whole night and like talked about stuff?
No, not really. No, not really. Like I said, I don't really deal with too many MMA fighters anymore. I mean, my business is,
I know you miss it.
I don't even work in the industry.
I know you miss it.
I do and I don't, bro. Like, I do. I miss the people. But like how you said, bro, that's a hard job, man. That's a grind. That's a hustle. And I was traveling so much, man. It became redundant, going to the same places and traveling like weekly, Good luck with birthdays. Good luck, anniversaries, relationships. You're on the road every week. You know what I mean? So there's
there's so much sweat that you can be standing around or wipe off your camera until you're like, man, I'm so over this. How many pools of sweat you've had to stand because it's going to be a dope photo from someone about to get rocked. You're like, oh, I'm going to wash my feet twice as soon as I get home.
Yeah, bro. Go ask any professional like photographer and ask them, like, man, do you love this? I mean, I met all of them, bro. I know all of them. They be like, oh man, dude, not another fight. They're like, they love it, but it's like, it's a hustle. It's like how you said, man, it's a grind, bro.
Listen, I mean, I loved it. I loved it, but it's funny. Like I said, I mean, I've been a fan of yours for forever. And it's one of those things that like, I try to learn by watching and seeing what guys like you and James and everybody does. So I kind of came to that epiphany myself like a couple of years ago. It's like, man, I'm not going to be able to be 50 years old running around taking photos of fighters. I'm not going to be able to be 50 years old going around and chasing bands for money and going on tours and stuff like that. I love it. I love the the crazy travel stories and the crazy shit you saw at 2:00 in the morning and walking back to the hotel and all that stuff. Like those are stories you're never going to forget, but it's like,
never.
do I really want to be 45 and deal with this bullshit every week? Every Friday after sparring, I got to answer the text. Hey, bro, like, send me the photos, man. You're the best. Like, yeah, send me the photos as soon as you can. I'd love to post it. Like, oh, man.
No, bro. No,
You
you
know,
gotta
I'm
send
going
no
to.
photos. No, it ain't no waiting.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Soon as you take that photo, boom. It sent to me right now. Come on. Hey, man.
Oh, no, what's the best?
Right now, I need
what's the best? Because they don't want to wait. So what do you do? It's like, oh, bro, just show me the camera and I'll take a photo with my phone. Like, no, bro, this is art. I know you want your photo, but I'm not going to let you take a screenshot with your phone of my screen, LCD screen. That's not even HD. Like, now you're just kissing my ass. Like, let's go. Come on.
then you tag me in the photo, the shitty photo that you post.
Like, that ain't mine. Fuck that. That ain't my photo. This is my camera screen. That's not my photo.
Yeah, man.
So,
it's so fun.
Yeah. All this stuff is going out now. You're really getting a chance to get your voice out there and be heard. You're working with some fighters and stuff again. Obviously, you're not shooting the fights and stuff like that. You're really kind of pushing the studio. What's it feel like, or what goes through your head now that it pretty much came full circle? You've been vindicated.
Well, it's not really about me anymore. I tell you the truth. I'm like I said, I'm good. Like the business is doing good, but I still have this on my heart, man. Like I don't hate Hans anymore, but I know what these people are going through because I've been in those situations and I've seen them. I've seen how the way he treated these fighters. And when Dom came out, I felt it, man. I felt it. I felt that in my soul, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I don't say anything, man, I gotta live with this. Like I'm the type of person, man. I'm emotional, man. I got feelings, man. Like I feel bad, man. It feels like it don't feel right if I don't say anything.
Yeah.
So, and I knew fighters not gonna come out. I know these fighters are not gonna come out. So when Dom kind of said his thing, I said I gotta support him. I have to support him because I can't be affected anyway. I don't make money in MMA. I don't need MMA. I don't need Monster. I'm already successful. My business is good. I make money. So I'm not getting anything back from this, but I just want to be able to create some type of awareness so people will know what's going on. Because yes, they probably know these players probably be getting treated bad, but I can speak for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's my goal, man. My goal is that, you know what I mean? Like I say, I don't want nothing in return. I don't want no fame or anything. I just want people to listen to what I'm saying and have your own opinion on it. You don't gotta listen to me. Listen to me. And like, I'm sorry, you gotta listen to me, but have your own opinion on it. And like, you don't have to believe me. Just be logical, bro. Like, look what's going on. Everybody is saying this. Now, it's not only me, so I feel like I'm like the wild card. Like I can't be affected in any way. Monster can't control me. The UFC can't control me. But guess what? I'm my own independent person. Listen to my story. This is what happened to me. Spread around to your friends and have your own. Then just formulate your own opinion.
So if Monster reached out to you now, say, hey, we want you to do a photo shoot with like XYZ fighter and stuff, without dealing with Hans, you wouldn't do it?
No, sir. I would do it with my company, and I'll hire another photographer to shoot it.
Right. I mean, listen, I don't blame you. It's just curious. It's like, it's one of those things. Like, it's like that comes down where now you can finally stick to your principles. Be like, no, like you put your time in. Like, you don't need to deal with that bullshit anymore.
Not even that. I'm over it now. I'm over photography. I don't even shoot anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't shoot at all?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I actually did one like a couple months ago, but I'm not inspired to pick up the camera anymore like I used to.
Come on, bro. Who am I supposed to rip off now? Who am I supposed to bite my style off now? Come on, bro.
And there's a lot of good photographers. Will Fox, man, all those guys,
listen,
there's a lot of photographers out there.
You need an intern, you let me know. I'll go over there, you teach you. It's funny. I was actually looking a couple of years ago, I was looking to move to San Diego. And then my buddy, actually, he's out in the Navy over there. He's like, hey, man, I got an extra room, like no rent or nothing. Like, you just come here and crash here for free. I'm like, oh, fuck. Dude, I might have to go to San Diego. Huh?
You didn't come?
Man, you guys are all closed. This is Florida. We don't give a shit over here. We've been open since last year. We've been open since April. I've been training. Like, it's not on lockdown. Okay. Like, I'm trying to make money too, man. Come on.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense then. Oh yeah. Okay. If you don't
But
like
I
that,
mean,
yeah, for sure.
no, I honestly years ago I wanted to move to San Diego. I went out there for a marketing thing, and I loved it. It's so beautiful out there. It's just perfect,
Yeah,
like in every way. The only thing that's killing me is the gas price. Everything else was dope.
that too. That too. And we're still closed. We're partially closed still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
So what's the procedure now like over there? What are you guys at with the lockdown and everything?
I think we're on red tier now. I think what they just changed it. So now like people are actually going back inside the restaurants and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I can only still have like only a certain amount of people in the studio still. You know, no large gatherings that
Yeah.
still got to wear masks. You know, so it's still bullshit, man. But
If you
and
got
you
like,
know, it
do you
is,
have the rat neighbors, the ones that are quick to rat you out?
bro. I'm so lucky. Where my studio is at. I'm in the cut.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you won't even know I'm back here. You
That's
know,
dope.
so we do anything, bro. I have total freedom.
No,
I'm
don't
in a
say that.
bit.
Don't
I'm in
say
a
it on
bit.
the radio. Don't say that on here. You know, like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
following all procedures strictly by law.
Oh, I am.
Everything's top notch over there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I am, because I still got to be responsible, because I still follow all the procedures, because the last thing I need is somebody to say, "Oh, I caught COVID at Hendo Studios." You know, so I'm still on
Yeah.
point still. You know, so,
That's good, man.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like I said, dude,
yeah.
it's um, you've been an inspiration for me. Like I said, all jokes aside, like about like biting style and stuff, like I said, guys like you, James and Ryan, like for me, actually have been a big inspiration and a big kind of guiding image for me to follow as far as, like I said, like my photography and like what I do and stuff like that. So it's, if anything, regardless of all the other like bullshit that happens, like I just want to say like thank you for you doing you and you know, inspiring guys like me and who knows how many other wannabe photographers to go and take photos and stuff like that of fight, man. So I really appreciate you doing you, bro. Then, you know, I hope that you keep on, or at least you go back and get some other like photos and stuff, and you know, never hesitate to express yourself like that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the love, man. And like I say, I learned from these. I was inspired by the other people. You know, James Law, Ryan Loco, and Eric Williams. So if I can help you anyway, man, I'm here. You know what I mean? Because I want to pass down that love, because
No, man, like I said, you need an intern, bro. You let me know if you need an intern. I already got an apartment out in San Diego. I'll go out there, start interning next week. You just let me know.
Yeah, but I'm not inspired to even pick up that camera no more, man.
That's
Like,
all right, dude.
I
You
love
clear.
I,
Listen, you're a successful person, obviously business wise and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure we could sit down and do a whole other podcast just talking about just the mindset of everything and, you know, approaching business, especially through like super hard times, man. Something like that, what you've been through, man. If you don't
bro.
write a book about it, like I'd be disappointed in it. That's 100% something that you need to write down. Like I was gonna say, you ever see the book or read the book, The Power of Broke? I think it's Demon
I have.
Dash.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I actually haven't read it. I listened to that the audio
yeah.
the audio
No,
version.
dude, like
Yeah,
that's 100%. That was like a big thing for me because obviously this isn't about me, it's about you. I could tell you like my part of stuff, but that switch that you have to make, people that have never had to grind like that, it's not a switch that's easy to do. Some people have it, some people don't. But to make that switch of like, doesn't matter. I come from no money and I can
yeah.
go back to it.
But man, it teaches you. Experience comes the best teacher, man. And I'm so grateful for all the adversity, all the bad things. While you're in that transition, it sucks, man. It's the worst thing I ever experienced. Like
Yeah.
seriously, with this thing with Hun, it's traumatizing. I probably need freaking counseling. Seriously, like
I
it's
don't, I,
traumatizing.
I,
You know what I
I
mean? Like,
believe it for sure. I
you
mean,
know?
like it's being careful with how I word it. Um, it's 100% a type of psychological warfare tactics.
Yes,
It's super
he's
easy.
good at
Like,
that.
yeah, like if you ever heard or read the book 48 Laws of Power,
Yes.
like,
Oh,
yeah, dude,
20 times.
it's like you could sit there and count like more than half the rules and laws like in the books. Like, yep, he did that. Yep, he did that for sure. He did that. Like,
You know what's funny? And why you bring that up, it's funny because that's how I stayed around so long. If you look now, it's hard to find somebody who will work with Hans directly. Because it's hard to work with.
Yeah.
And one of the principles I learned in 48 Laws of Power was never outshine the master. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I made everything about him. All the attention goes to him. And that's how I think I survived so long. Yeah. And that was one of the main principles from 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, so you're 100% right. Yep.
Yeah, that's the same one that I was thinking about. It's like never outshine the master. It's one of those things. It's, if I can tell anybody, if you want a book to read to learn how to start your career or maneuver into your career, and how, like, whether if you're interning or if you got that first big job, 100%, you want to read that book, because even if you're not that person, it's going to help you guide your way through those crazy corporate conversations or one-on-ones with those power hungry dudes and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%, it's the book to read.
Yes, powerful book, bro.
So
Art of War, all those books.
Yeah. So my question to you is, for anybody else that might be going through some kind of similar situation, whether it's obviously someone hanging over you, kind of like telling you what to do, or whether struggling through going a big transition in life, where it feels like all the stuff that you work for just got swept out from under the rug. Like, it's all done for me. Like, from your experiences, what's some advice that you could give to somebody else that might be going through the same thing?
Believe in yourself. That's one thing I would say. I tell this story all the time. Like, that's one thing I learned from these fighters, like the Conor McGregors, the John Joneses. And the reason why I'm naming these big names, because from my experiences of being around these people, like Doms and the Dominic Cruzes, they got something different from, from the ordinary fighter. And the reason why I feel like they're successful, of course, they're talented what they do, but they believe in themselves on a different level, bro. Like, bro, if you're around these people, man, they're like I call them aliens, because they stand out so much, because it's the belief within themselves is just, bro. Conor McGregor, bro, when you run Conor McGregor, bro, you can feel the energy, you can feel like the confidence within himself. So if you have that confidence and you have the belief within yourself and you believe in yourself, bro, there's nothing can stop you. There's nothing can stop you. And I learned that through these transitions and all this adversity that I've been through. There's nothing can stop me, bro. I don't care what it is. If I want to walk on water, I'll fucking find a way to walk on water, bro. I will find a way.
Yeah.
If I want to go to the moon, I'll find a way to go to the moon. There's nothing can stop you, but only yourself, man. And that's the truth. So now, like, once you go through these bad times, it's like, it teaches you. It's like okay, I've been through that. Cool. All right. I survived that. Okay. Well, this happened. So I survived that. So it is the more bad shit that happens to you, it just give you more confidence and more confidence and more confidence and more confidence. I don't care what happens in your life. I don't care. You become homeless, you become a crackhead, whatever it is. There'll always be another day, and you survive that. You know what I mean? It's like life is meant to be. You're meant to succeed in life. That's why I feel like everything that happened to me, bad credit, whatever it is, everything, like, I survived all that. I survived everything. Like, just believe within yourself, man. Believe in yourself and keep working hard. Find a plan of what you want to do. Sit down and figure out what you want to do with your life, and just find a plan and just work hard. Believe in yourself. But the reason why I'm saying it over and over and over, because to me, that was the biggest thing that helped me out. That belief within myself, bro. That was it, bro. Like, every day I sat down and I'd be like, hey, I can do this. I can do this. I'm not gonna let this dude get me. Every day, bro. It was the worst thing that happened to me in my life. I'm about to turn 40 years old. And that transition with Hans was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. And nothing can stop me now, bro. I swear to you. I'm about to build another studio, the biggest studio in San Diego. Nothing can stop me, bro. Yes.
Bro, that's insane. When's opening? When's grand opening?
6 months. 6 months.
Oh, bro, count me in. I'll make it out there.
But my point is, bro, I'm a freaking savage now, bro. I'm a savage.
That's dope.
I mean, it's not cocky. It's belief within myself. I could do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100% credibility. You know what I mean? Accountable to myself. Like, be real with myself and believe in myself. That's the biggest thing. This biggest thing, confidence and belief in yourself.
No, man. That's awesome,
So
dude. I
big thank
appreciate
you.
it. And listen, man, I'm super like happy for you that you managed to fight through everything. You're a talented dude, and obviously you have an amazing wife that had your back through some really dark times, and that's really awesome that you did it for her, you did it for your family. So it's but I think you might be surprised how many people like you're actually inspiring through everything that's going on, and and sharing your story like that. So I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing it, man. Like I said, dude, for real, let me know about the grand opening. I definitely want to come out, at least help celebrate for you. That's hard work, dude.
I
That's
mean,
definitely something you got to support out there nowadays.
man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate you having me on this show. You know what I mean? Spreading the message. Like I said, I don't want anything in return. A lot of people hit me up in my DMs trying to send me money because they think I'm homeless still, that
Yeah.
type of
Well,
thing.
they're just now
Um,
catching up to the
you know,
story.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't want any money for anything. We're good. Everything's good. My life is good. I'm blessed. I just want people to create awareness and help change the situation, man. I don't want nothing in return. I
Yeah.
just want to get this off my conscience and help out. You know what I mean? Because you gotta give back and do something bigger than yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Of course, I want to tell my story so you can hear it, but I want things to change. I want
Yeah.
things to change because what's really going on, like, what's really going on behind these scenes is evil.
Yeah.
It's evil, man. It's not right. It's not right. And it
No,
breaks
for
my
sure.
heart,
It's
man. It breaks my heart.
if it's not like pretty borderline illegal on certain aspects, for sure. I mean, it's just manipulation. There's no other word for it. And I think that I agree with you in some points that probably nothing is going to happen from it, just because the amount of money that we're talking about. At the end of the day, listen, Monster as a whole, I'm sure there's a lot of great people working there. They're just dealing with this one guy. But the truth of the matter is, if at any point they admitted to any of this, the amount of lawsuits that would come from all the fighters that are having to deal with would bring the company down easily.
For
And then
sure.
that means the UFC would have to be complicit with it, because Dana knew about it and didn't do anything and let the fighters still get handled. So it's one of those things. It's like, it sucks, but I would rather, like you said, help try and change things and show fighters that, listen, you don't have to deal with anybody's bullshit. And there's a million different ways you can get that money back that you might lose from the contract. There's somebody else, and you can start your own company. You can start your own clothing line. You could go start your own damn energy drink if you really wanted to, if you played your card right. It's easy. Connor has started up
Absolutely.
his own damn whiskey company,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's all doable, man. But listen, either way, like I said, I'm really thankful that you took the time, and as much as I really wanted to get you on the podcast to talk about your story and what happened, a selfish part of me was really just to be able to sit there and tell you, like, face to face, that I'm grateful for you doing what you do, because it has inspired me in a lot of ways, like in my photography, like I said, and same with like Loco was a big factor to get me to where I'm at with my stuff. Now with, like, even with this podcast and things like that, there's a reason why I went and I bought that and I have it here. Um,
Yeah.
so either way, man, thank you very much. And like I said, if you ever need anything, if you're here, dude, if you come to Florida for anything, man, just let me know. Even if you need someone to hold a freaking tripod for you, dude, I got your back, man. No problem, for sure.
And that's what I love, man. See, spreading love. And that's what I think it should be. And these fighters, they don't have a voice, but these are amazing people. They're really cool people. And that's what I love, man. I love spreading love and helping out others, man. And like I say, I appreciate you for having me on here, and taking your time to talk about this and create that awareness. And if I can do anything, bro, I'm here, bro. You know what I
No,
mean?
man,
I'm here.
just like I said, dude, you've inspired me enough already. You've done enough for me already, and I appreciate it. But I also want to make sure everybody go check out Courtney Hendo on Instagram. Make sure you check out Hendo Studios on Instagram and Facebook. Go give them a follow. Check out all the amazing work. You got a good couple of photographers in there too. How many photographers do you have working for you?
So no, I don't have any photography. I have a couple that I subcontract out,
Yeah,
like two,
but
but
just
mostly we
renting
just
out
do
the
studio.
studio, you rent out that studio a lot. You
Yeah,
got you,
as we're talking, we have people in here right now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Being your own boss is freedom.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I encourage everybody to do that, man. It's a lot
That's
of work,
awesome.
but bro, when
Yeah.
you're your own boss, man,
It's a beautiful
do
thing.
anything you want.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to check out the Hendo podcast. It's an awesome podcast. Go check it out. Go hit up Courtney. Go check out all his awesome work. Even the old, I'm pretty sure I have the cover that you did with all like the top heavyweights or whatever it was. I think I have that somewhere. So
yeah,
for sure. But
yeah.
Courtney, thank you very much for doing this, man. I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, if you need anything, dude, just let me know anytime. I got your back, and I don't give a shit about any kind of sponsors, anything like that, man. I'm more about doing the right thing more than anything.
Nah, don't mess up your money, bro. Don't mess up your money. But
I'm broke already. I got nothing to worry about. I got nothing to worry about. I've been there. I'm good to go, man. But listen, bro, I'll let you go, man. I appreciate you giving me some of your free time, man. And like I said, dude, you're an awesome guy, man. You deserve all the positive things coming at you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new studio.
All right, my brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Dude, bro. Take care, man. Have a good rest of the weekend. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Big shout out to Courtney. Big thank you for coming on to the podcast and sharing your story. I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful that you managed to fight through all the struggles and be as successful as you are now, and as successful as you're gonna be. Like I said on the podcast, the dude is super inspirational. He's a hard worker, man. He's a grinder, and he knows all the stuff that's going on there. It's one of those few people that I can have the conversations with that I know he knows, and he knows I know. Obviously, there's a lot of details that we couldn't go over on the podcast, just out of respect for the people involved. You've heard me talking about it the last couple of weeks on the podcast in regards to, text messages that I've seen involving certain fighters and people, as far as, the things that were shared, and the stuff that this guy's done. Again, these are our opinions. It's up to you to make up your mind on the kind of person this individual is. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up getting a lawsuit. And if I end up getting a lawsuit, I'll go ahead and talk about everything here on the podcast. I don't care. I'm the kind of person that I'd rather go out there and defend people. And if someone's being wronged, then, they have every right to go and defend themselves. And no one should be struggling to make ends meet or be afraid to speak out for themselves. In fear of not being able to, keep a roof over their head. That's not about that. So, we don't do anything here. But either way, big thank you to Courtney Hendo for coming on. I wish Sean could have been here. He just had his own stuff that he had to deal with last minute today. So he'll be back next week. Don't worry. My big old teddy bear is going to be back. Thank you all. Please don't forget to check us out on Instagram. Hit the YouTube subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Prime. We're everywhere. Subscribe if you like it. We hope that you like it. If you don't, it's cool. I get it. Everybody's got their own thing. That's all right. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch, man. We've been having a blast on Twitch. Like I said, we did a charity stream the other day. Love hanging out with everybody. We make so many new friends almost every week. The Twitch community has been so supportive of our podcast and our Twitch stream and stuff like that. I mean, I've met some amazing people. Goddess, Pepper, Captain Hank, Woodrow Jenkins, they're all awesome people, and they're friends of ours, and they support the podcast. So big shout out to them for all they've done to help the Twitch community and to help us out. None of them do jiu-jitsu, but they like what we do, and we like what they do. So a big shout out to all of them. A big thank you to all of them. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us next week. We'll catch you next week. Peace.